Hello, everybody. My name is Alejandro Ortiz, and you are listening to a Random Gamers Corner. I'm joined by my co-host Nathan,
Hello.
and we are here to talk some random gaming stuff, along with a little review added into the little episode we're gonna have here today. Mason is asleep. He's here with us in spirit, though, and we shall begin. Okay, Nathan, do you have any unpopular opinions or popular opinions, whatever kind of opinion about Mario?
Um, Probably not, because everyone's jumped on this train that like the everyone's decided, oh, Mario, he's so stupid because Princess Peach, she could get away if she really tried. She don't even put up a fight. Like everyone's jumped on that train. I've been saying it for years. No one's listened to me. Then suddenly they want to pretend like I haven't been saying it, but it is what it is. No, I think my only real unpopular opinion of Mario is that, well, it might be unpopular, I'm not sure, but I think the Mario Maker games are kind of overrated. I think, yeah, I think that the best Mario levels are made by the developers, truthfully.
I feel that. Yeah, I mean, that's like the most one of the most talked about games, other than Mario Kart, that I heard about the game. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. You can make your own Mario game, but other than that, I just felt it never really enticed me. Like, even though I don't really play the Mario games that much,
Hmm.
because that $60 tagline just, I mean, price tag really hurts my enthusiasm to
No,
get
yeah, yeah,
games.
for sure. Because every Mario game, no matter what it is, it's so expensive. It's just the name alone.
Yeah, and so yeah, for that, I just like that also like gives me another reason why I really don't have any reason to like be interested in the game.
Right?
And with that, with just that part, I have this opinion. It also remind the reason why I brought this up is because I remember this not poll, but questionnaire that they were sending out to some people. I didn't receive the email. I didn't mind because well, it's not like I was really that bothered by the. No, I was bothered by this 30, the whole Mario ending on the 31st or whatever, 35th.
Hmm.
No, not the 35th. That would be weird. The
Shit.
31st thing or something. Like it ended on some date, okay?
Right.
And after, yeah, I was bothered by that because why bring out a Mario game like or an emulated kind of games which people were wanting for so long, but only bring it out on a limited time on kind of thing, which is such a stupid way to let bring out a game. So in that case, I just thought, you know what? This seeing one of the survey answers made me realize that maybe I'm not starting maybe I'm starting to actually care less about Mario because one of the questionnaire was asking like after this whole event thing, how do you feel about Mario now? And one of the answers were like, oh, I love Mario more. I don't really know who Mario is. That's some bullshit because who doesn't know who Mario?
Yeah.
Or just like I like Mario a little bit, and then one of the one of the answers became like a bit of a meme for some people on Twitter, and it was I never cared for Mario.
Right. You know, that makes me think. I actually do have an unpopular opinion about Mario, probably. Well, I assume it's unpopular for sure. Um, that is Mario. The only Mario games that are good are the actual Mario games where you go through the levels. Well, I'd say just licensed, not just those. Like, because Sunshine's good, Galaxy's good. The Mario games that stick to Mario that don't do any other shit, like Mario, what do you call
Mario
it?
Party.
Mario Party. They've been falling off. Their mini games are shit. They're dog shit. A better game than that, the best party game ever, is Wii Party. I'm not even joking. Do you even know about that game? Did you know it exists, Alex?
Wii Party?
Wii Party. It's on the Wii,
No.
obviously, right? And if you
Right.
don't have a Wii, that's fine because your family member's got a Wii, your cousin, or a friend, someone has a Wii.
Someone.
Yeah, you know someone who has a Wii. And Wii Party is basically like you play Mario Party but with your Miis. You know?
Oh, cool.
It's really sick. And I know a better racing game than Mario Kart. And no one's gonna like agree with me on this, but it just is what it is. If they played it, they'll understand. If not, well, whatever. It is what it is. That game is called Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing Transformed.
That game is fun.
It is the
I played
funnest racing game ever,
It's
I
really
think.
fun.
There's some moments that game does dick you. Like, you'll be driving along. It's one time my cousin, he's driving, and he fucking gets smacked by like an invisible wall or something, right? So he just falls down like to the very bottom of the course.
Mm-hmm.
The game puts him back, and then he falls off again. You know, like it spawned him in a spot where he fell off. Like it's just so funny. There's parts where if you play the game, you'll know it does dick you, but it's a really fun game. Better than Mario Kart for sure. I'm not saying that just because I suck at Mario Kart, but you know, I do suck at Mario Kart.
Knowing Kobe, once he listens to this part, I'm pretty sure he's gonna say some shit to you later on Discord about because he's apparently a very pro gamer kind of guy at it because he's been undefeated for 7 years or so, whatever now, and he's like saying, "I am bored. Like nobody can defeat me."
Well, you know, I would say to Colby, why does a lion care about the opinions of a sheep? I would also say, race me in real life, you cannot beat me. I would also say, you know, whether in a car or otherwise on foot, I will destroy you. I will also say to Colby, if you want a race, if you want a real challenge, let's speed run Fallout. Any of them. Even the ones I haven't played. I'm that damn good. The best Fallout player in the world. Right here. Let's do it.
Oh, Kobe even called out once again.
Yeah. That's why I didn't respond to him on, you know, our Skype chat or whatever. It wasn't that I didn't see it until 10 minutes before we started recording. No, it's that I didn't care. I didn't care about what he had to say. So.
Oh my god, it's gonna be so weird once we actually do a collab where you and him finally talk and like you guys are very friendly with each other after all.
Everything's all
like,
cool. Yeah. We have to make like fabricate some drama and be like, oh, you, no, eek, Colby, you know, like, yeah, it'll be great.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Yeah, for real.
But what do you think? What do you think the Sonic game did better?
I just feel like there's a lot more going on in the tracks. Like the tracks will change mid lap and stuff. I like that a lot. The Mario, it's basically like I don't know. I feel like Mario, and this could just be because I suck at it, but a lot of times there's like this meta strategy. It's either you're just so like you're god tier and you just coast at the front all the time, no matter how many blue shells get chucked at you, or you chill in eighth, get the bullet, and then coast to third. You know what I mean? In Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing Transform, there's a lot more variety going on. The power ups are kind of dick, to be honest. Like, I'm sorry for that expression. It's funny to say. I don't know. I've started saying it all of a sudden. Like, oh, I'm getting dicked or whatever. Like, I don't know. But basically, like the power ups, admittedly, are kind of hard to use. Like, Mario does have that. Like, you have a green shell, it chucks it right in front of you. That's easier. Sonic and All Star Racing Transformed, or I'll just call it Sonic because that's a bit of a mouthful. But Sonic Racing, no, that's a different game. Sonic, though, this game I'm talking about, this Sega racing game, like you alternate between driving on the ground, you know, and then your car will become a boat and it'll become a plane. And these are all implemented at different parts of the level. I think they have one portion of those each per level. Maybe some not, I don't know, but it's just funner to me.
Right.
There seems to be more excitement, and there seems to also be like there seems to be a skill curve. You know how sometimes you'll play Mario Kart And it'll be like, oh, Bowser, he's really kicking my ass this game. He's a problem. Then the next time you play, Bowser's in dead last, or if he's even there at all. In
Right.
this game, there's like skill levels, so like there's certain characters you need to watch out for that are constantly a problem. Uh, one of them, I have no idea who he is. His name is Ages. Because it's Sega, I don't know all the Sega properties, but they also have Danica Patrick in there, so that's neat. Um, they have Wreck-It Ralph as well, and my cousin has a game clip on Xbox Live of Wreck-It Ralph saying "bitch" to him. It's pretty funny,
What
you
the
know.
hell?
So I think I should have led with that. With that alone, Wreck-It Ralph going "bitch" like that's definitely why it's the better game of the two.
That's crazy.
Hmm.
Very good reasonings. Pretty good reasonings. Oh gosh. Um, one thing I wanted to bring up from other than, I mean, following. First off, interesting to know like that game is being more recommended than well Mario. And following up with Mario, the reason why I said brought up the whole I never cared for Mario option
Hmm.
was that I'm realizing that with the way they always had the freaking price tag at $60 and a lot of games were like that on the Switch.
Hmm.
I'm starting to lose the incentive to even want to even play some of the Mario games when they're like fully priced like all the damn time.
No,
Like there
yeah,
are
fair
games
enough.
that are some games are like what 4, 3 years old and such. And like you would think that they go a tiny bit down, at least $10, $20 off, due to the fact that newer Mario games are coming out. But that's not the case. It stays the same no matter what, unless
With
it's
Mario, it doesn't matter. It seems to age like wine, you know.
yeah.
I know what you mean, bro. Like, and I feel like, to be honest with you, I like Mario, don't get me wrong, but there's not anything substantially new that they do in any of the games. It's all roughly, I mean, Odyssey, like, what do you call it? Every now and then, every few years, they make a game like a revolutionary Mario game, one that's really good, you know.
Right.
They made Sunshine, and that was the one that I was really into. That's my favorite. I don't care so much for Super Mario 64, even though I grew up on it, which is kind of weird. I have them both, or I don't have Sunshine actually, but I have Super Mario 64. I don't care for it as much. Sunshine was really good, uh, but I do recognize Mario 64 had a lot of like significance to it. I don't want to diminish that. I just felt like I had to throw that in there real quick.
Mhm.
Galaxy was pretty. Everyone talked about Galaxy. Everybody really liked Galaxy, except for me apparently, because I didn't like using the stupid Wii remote to aim the shits, you know. Um, and Galaxy, everybody loved, you know. And honestly, fair enough. That game is. I haven't like played all the way through or anything, but it's amazing. And if nothing else, you should love it just for one song from the soundtrack, you know. Jump up in the air or whatever. Yeah, that's a really good song. That fucking the mayor lady who sings it. It's a really good song. Um, but I feel you. There's nothing really like compelling. It's not like you play certain games because there's a story to them, you know? Like you play Gears of War, all of them, they're roughly the same with a few new mechanics, but it's like there's a story to it. Halo, it's kind of the same thing. Like anything that wasn't Halo or Halo 2 was okay, you know? But it's never really anything new. It's the story changes. Mario, it's different though. It seems to be they add new mechanics. Like, you know, suddenly one game you're like, you can be a cat, and then you're a cat suddenly. But it's the same story. It's oh, Peach got her shit stolen, you know. So yeah, I don't know. I feel it like you're not missing out on anything, you know.
Yeah. And that's what makes me realize that, you know what? It's just one of those weird cases for me that I realize that companies make me grow out of liking their mascot as much as I used to.
Yeah, I feel like he's important, definitely, and I respect
Oh
like
yeah, definitely. But
yeah, I respect him as like a titan of the industry in that like you know he's on a different level than a lot of the other ones, and he's pretty timeless. I feel like Nintendo has a good thing going. I wouldn't ever get rid of him. It's like how Nickelodeon has SpongeBob, you know. and it's
Right.
just constantly raking in money. There's no reason to get rid of it, even if the quality. Here's the thing, like with Mario, the quality you have a certain level of quality that is always met. I will say that the developers of every Mario game, like they know what they're doing. They know how to make a Mario game, which hopefully, because it's been years and years and years, but they do a really good job of keeping that standard. I've never played a Mario game and have been like, that was shit. I've never really had a bad thing to say about the game, unless I say like it's not. The worst I could say about Mario is it's not for me. I don't care for this game overly much, but I can't ever say like it was a bad game. You know what I mean?
Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly, yeah, props to Nintendo for still keeping Mario games like even like the most basic ones could still be really fun as hell. Like that's I agree with that for sure.
Right.
But yeah, yeah, just little by little I lose interest in Mario I don't I'm not like a fan of him like I used to be. Like
Right.
when I was like, getting the Switch, I was saying, "Oh, cool, I get to play one of the Mario games on here at least."
Hmm.
But over time, like just seeing just that whole business practice of having Mario be available for a limited time, like that game, like that was just like a big kick to like whatever like enthusiasm I had left to like wanting to get more of the games. Like maybe someday I'll get one of the I mean get the 35th anniversary edition or collection or whatever.
Right. Right.
Like maybe I'll get it because there's still some at Walmart, there's still some at Target. How I don't know, but I guess even scalpers are like, you know what? Nah, I don't want this. Like I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't want to buy this. Like it's the weirdest thing. Which, by the way, have you heard about Target like removing the Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon cards from their shelves just because of scalpers?
No, I don't listen to anything. I'm the most ill-informed person you'll
All right.
probably ever meet. At least I feel like it, because I haven't heard about this. No.
Well, I hope you feel better. But yeah, that was a terrible pun joke. But anyways, yeah, it is the weirdest thing. Like just that now scalpers have made Target remove the Pokemon cards from their shelves. Like so wild to me, but at the same time, I'm not surprised because scalpers will scalp, and more people will hate scalpers by the day, and they deserve to do so.
Yeah,
But
but it is what it is. I mean, I don't care overly much, to be completely honest with you, about Yu-Gi-Oh cards or Pokemon cards. I care about Magic the Gathering. That's the only card game that I play. So, eh,
oh, you're
it is.
lucky. There's a lot of Target.
Yeah, I mean, I typically don't go to Target. I have a buddy who works down at the card shop, or I say card shop. It's a comic store technically. There's all kinds of nerdy shit there. It's not just specifically for cards, but I get my cards from there because I try to be like, hey, what's going on and all that. So I typically don't get them from Target. I'll get them if I'm like, I guess like I happen to be around and I have $50 to spend because I don't get like the small little booster packs. I get like the pack of 12 booster packs or whatever. So, a lot of moolah to spend at one time, but it is what it is.
You do.
People like that game a lot and will spend a lot of money on it. That brings up something completely off topic, but every time I go to Best Buy, I swear I always spend an absurd amount of money. I went one time. One time I went with the intention of buying Ponyo, right? And I spent the money on Ponyo, but every other time uh I've spent at least like $500-600. Every single time that I go in there, it's ridiculous. I don't know what it is, but it's like one day I'm like, hey, I want to buy a GoPro and like all the attachments, and they're like, okay. And then I'm like, hey, I want to get a computer, and they're like, okay. I don't know, just is what it is. You know,
That's
it just
wild.
made me think. That's all.
I feel it. Yeah, I mean, I think there were times when I did that by accident at Barnes and Noble. Luckily, I've been at least one book per trip, just so I won't like spend my money on one go.
I have a rule with myself with Barnes and Noble, which is you have to finish reading the books that you've already bought in order to buy any more.
I really got to complete that rule. if I
You're
apply to
like,
myself.
fuck, I'm not going there for another year. Yeah.
I have not like I haven't even read a. No, I read some this year, but they were mainly like manga and comics. So that I think they count. I mean, they got words. Dude, it's such a weird thing. Even I mean, is there anything else you want to say about Mario before I just put in this little random side thing?
Mm, I think that no, for the most part, I've said like, he's iconic, he's important. I don't care for him overly much. I don't care uh, enough as a franchise to like keep up on it regularly and stuff. But I mean, I don't know. I think at the end of the day, I feel like Mario's going to be around for a while. I feel like we're going to be having children. We're going to have little babies, and they're going to grow up playing that because we're suckers. I don't mean to generalize gamers, but I think we're suckers for nostalgia in a lot of cases. So like
Mm.
you'll want to share your favorite game with someone else, and it could be like ages old. And this is weird. I like that gamers do this because like I feel like you try to share that like with other people who don't game or anything, or people who aren't sentimental like that in general. Not just like gamers, but gamers are pretty good about it because they understand. It's like I grew up playing this piece of shit game that if it lags every time you move slightly too fast, and it makes funny sounds when you shoot, and all these funny things, but it's my childhood. That's my baby. Be nice to it. And everyone is always like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll be nice to it. Let me show you my baby. And yeah, it's just cool. I don't know. I think that Mario will continue to live on like that because I'll definitely be like, hey kids, look what I used to play, and I'll play Super Mario Sunshine with them, which is essentially just a game where you clean up graffiti. You just do community service, but it is what it is. So.
That's true. Man, Mario has such a weird career, and first off, like it's such a weird thing to learn that his dad and Donkey Kong's dad like had a weird ass feud where Donkey Kong's father freaking died, but they're the sons, Mario we know now, and Donkey Kong being buddies. Like weird.
Did you know? Fun fact, which I'm sure I feel like you probably do know, but to those maybe someone doesn't know, Mario, like that's his last name as well as his first name.
I
So
was gonna
like,
bring it up. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, Luigi is Luigi Mario, Mario's Mario Mario. It's funny.
it is. I brought that up to my mom. Like, did you know that Mario's last name is Mario? And she's like, what? How's that work? I was like, thinking about the Mario brothers. Like, if you're gonna be talking about brothers, you're gonna be using the last name. But Mario, if you're only using Mario brothers after all this time, then technically you're Mario's and Luigi's full name with Emma Mario. So Mario
Yeah,
Mario.
well, you know what it could be? It could be like how some people they want you to refer to them as their last name. So say you got this guy named like I don't know, Jorge Jimenez. I'm just making things up. You start calling him Jimenez. So that was a hard sentence to say. I don't know why. I kind of really struggled there at the end. But you call him Jimenez, or like I had a buddy in my college course we called Hamilton. But it's like if both of them are like, the last name, the brothers, it's like Mario goes by Mario. He's like, hey guys, I'm Mario. I mean, never fucking mind his first name is Mario, but he wants to be called his last name Mario. And then they see Luigi and they're like, well, we can't call him Mario because we call Mario Mario, so he's Luigi. It could be something like that. I don't know. I wonder why they did that, you know? I wonder why.
I don't know, like unless they want to do like a whole origin story, which I doubt they would ever do that just for a a full name explanation.
Of all things, seriously.
I know, like imagine they decide to make for once make like a very serious Mario game, but it's all because like they want like explain the whole damn full name thing. Like, I mean, they could do it. I know they can. Like,
Oh yeah.
I'm sure they made friggin' Mario a unlicensed doctor, so there's that. They could do anything.
Just giving everybody suppositories. Like, what's this for, Doc? I came here for a headache, and he's like, haha. I don't know. Yeah. Man, I want to say something else. I don't even remember now, but whatever. The fucking Doctor Mario.
Oh my god, funny times.
Oh, I want to say, have you seen the Mario the movie, the live action one?
No, I haven't, but I seen how weird it looks.
I have. I watched it all the way
My
through.
god.
I don't know why I do this to myself. I'll like really. There's also like, have you seen the Star Wars Christmas special or no? Because I've seen that too. I've seen that.
No, I haven't, but I heard about
It's
it.
oh my gosh, bro. I don't even know. I don't know why I do this, but whatever. I just like torturing myself. I guess I do shit like that.
I mean, no, you're just an enjoyer of the fine arts of weird
Weird shit.
out the way movies. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Shoot, what was I gonna tell you now? Like after, you know what? I think we'll just move on from that.
Okay.
Like I'm not even gonna try to remember. It's been a long week, even though it's barely Monday that we're recording this. It's gonna be Sunday when it comes out.
It's been a really long Monday though. Fucking
Exactly. Like goddamn. And the next thing I want to move on to, well, is just to share some unpopular opinions about anything. So I don't know. If you feel it's unpopular, then go off.
Sharknado is a good movie. In different reasons than what you would conventionally consider like a good movie, but Sharknado is a good movie. I feel like you can't watch it and not enjoy it. It's like a car accident, like a car accident with clowns inside, and they're just all spilling out, and you're like, holy shit, that's a lot of clowns. Like it's so comical, you can't not laugh at it. At one part, there's like, I don't know, Sharknado. If you drank, which I don't, but if you did, it would be a really fun drinking game, I would imagine. Just like every time you have a what the fuck moment, just so
lose your shit. What is it that you lose whenever you drink too much?
your wallet.
Your
You
wallet.
lose
No,
yourself
no,
in the music, the
no.
moment. You
The
own it, you
internal
better
organ.
never let it go.
No, the internal organ is essential to you living.
Kidney, liver, one of them.
Yeah,
One of them
liver.
you fuck up.
Like you freaking lose your damn liver. What? I mean, yeah, you pretty much like lose your liver, or you die from alcohol poisoning from all that. What the fuck moments?
Yeah.
Then again, I haven't watched the movie yet, but I have heard of the movie Jurassic Raptor. Jurassic Raptor.
Oh, that's another okay. Like, yeah.
I'm like, oh, I've seen it. I'm like, don't worry, pal, I got you. I'm like discussing about it.
Well, actually, speaking of good movies and stuff, I'm not sure. I'm curious. Have you seen Pacific Rim?
I've heard about it. You were like talking about it. You and Mason, I believe, and it's still a movie that I need to watch eventually because I know it's available to watch. Like I think on Netflix or Hulu, and even then, it's available to buy.
I
But I
feel like
haven't watched it.
I feel you. I feel like people think that Pacific Rim's a bad movie. Like all these Godzilla stands, they're like, "Oh, Pacific Rim is dog shit," and I'm like, I actually really liked Pacific Rim. I think I heard there's a second one. I haven't seen the second one.
Yeah, there is a second one.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I just know for the first one, I enjoyed that one a lot. There's, maybe I'm just weird, but I unironically like that movie. You know.
Yeah, I feel that, and maybe it's an unpopular opinion. Who knows? But I just feel like people who try to criticize monster movies for like having bad story and such are like pretty much idiotic. Like those freaking film critics, like, yeah, of course it's gonna have like a bad story. What's gonna be happening is that people want to watch monsters fighting monsters. Like, what else is there to understand?
I'm kind of pissed that Mason's not here because I really want to talk about. We still haven't talked about.
King Kong versus Godzilla, yeah.
Yeah, and
No,
I so want to talk about it with him,
I know, me
but
too. Like, we're still waiting for that.
soon we'll get him soon.
We'll get him next time. God, yeah, that could be a whole ass episode right there.
Yeah.
But
Oh, let me think. I think I might have an unpopular opinion because I was talking shit to Colby and I was talking about the Fallout games. I think the Fallout 3 is better than New Vegas.
hell
Um,
yeah.
yeah, I just feel like it's the atmosphere. I feel like New Vegas has some better mechanics that I love. It has the survival mode, it has the iron sights, but I mean that's it. Honestly, those are just two massive improvements to the game in general. But Fallout 3, it actually felt like it was a wasteland. Like people were like, ah, fuck, life's hard, like whatever,
Trying
trying
to
to make
survive.
it. Yeah, and then New Vegas, it's just like it is what it is. Life sucks, but we're good, and they're just fucking fighting over a Hoover Dam.
Mhm.
Like I don't know, I just like the ambience of Fallout 3. I would play it far more often, but it crashes on Steam, and I'm transitioning more to
Console.
PC games. Yeah, no, I'm to PC
Oh,
from console.
damn.
From console, yeah. So
I
I don't
feel
know.
that. Honestly, yeah. That's an opinion that I always had. Like, I felt I know it was like pretty unpopular, but yeah, I always preferred Fallout 3 over New Vegas because I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, for the atmosphere, it's pretty good reason because there are times where I forget that it's a post-apocalyptic wasteland
Yeah.
and New Vegas because you can go into a salon or whatever, or just some random towns that you could just think, oh damn, like they don't know how to dress for shit, or oh man, like these buildings are shit. Like, oh right, there was an apocalypse that
Mhm.
happened. Like you forget about a simple thing like that in a game about wastelands and post-apocalyptic stuff. And
Yeah.
yeah, it gets awkward. But I was just thinking like, man, it's because the cowboy atmosphere. Like I feel more like going yee-haw instead of like, oh my god, that's a crab coming for me.
I feel I actually hate playing New Vegas because I swear I played it when I lived in our city. And
Hmm.
like I said, I didn't have air conditioning or anything. I just remember sitting there like all throughout the day playing it all day, as long as I could anyway, and being feckin' hot. And so like I play that game and I swear I feel hot now. It's like this weird kind of
Oh,
like association thing. I feel hot when I play that game now. Like it's unbearable.
damn,
I
that's
really,
crazy.
yeah, I love the game, but it makes me hot, and I can't stand it. So,
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah. Also, that's also understandable because then if you're playing a hardcore mode, you have to be looking at your conditions, and one is about like staying hydrated. I'm just saying, like, oh my god, like this is hardcore. You're forgetting to
mhm,
hydrate yourself. Even though I will say playing that on hardcore difficulty was pretty damn cool. I mean,
mhm,
even playing on what I felt was probably the hardest route, which is playing for Kaiser's Legion,
mhm.
and
Try doing that as a female. It is terrible. You can't really get in with them because they're like, "Fuck you, you're a girl." Because Caesar's Legion, you have to do like everything right by them, or else they just hate you. You know. It's a lot easier to build reputation with the NCR. There's a lot more opportunities, and so with Legion, you have to do every little thing, and it just, I feel you, dude. It's awful, but especially as a woman, because they won't let you participate in the arena, so you're missing out on valuable points to increase your reputation with them.
damn, you're right. That does suck. Shit, I forget that they went for realism of like how a gang like this would exist. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, it would really suck for a female to be trying to at least trying to go down that route.
yeah, and everyone's all disrespecting me, and I'm like, fuck you, dude. Like, I'll
Okay,
cut
kick
your
all your
dick
friends.
off. Like, so, yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. And I would say that I don't know. It's just you feel like you're more like in the weird you're like a weird gunslinger.
Yeah, in a Clint Eastwood
Like
movie.
yeah, pretty much in New Vegas more than you are in three. Where in three,
Mm,
like you're kind of like watching out for everything because half the stuff can actually have a higher chance of killing you, and especially when there's like death claws can actually randomly be traveling about and not just be
mm,
in just one specific location, was Quarry Junction and New Vegas. You're
yeah,
welcome, everybody. Like avoid that place if you're not like fully loaded. But yeah, like if you're like unlucky, you could end up in a brawl between Death Claws, some super mutants, and maybe even some Enclave soldiers if you got to that point. Because the Wasteland Fallout 3 is just freaking deadly as hell.
dude. I think I have a
I
bugged
love it.
copy though,
Huh?
because like I'll just encounter Enclave, like, because I've had a lot of copies of Fallout 3. I don't know how. Well, I do know how. But I basically, long story short, I've broken like all the discs of Fallout 3. So I've bought that game like 4 different times, and I bought Game of the Year edition before, and I've had to like, I have the install disc for all the DLC. That's fine, but
Right.
the other discs they just kept breaking. So I bought that game like 5 times. So the current copy that I have on Xbox, it's like I've never had this problem with any other disc, but I think that discs like they give you random little quirks, sometimes like they just give you random. I'm not sure if you've noticed that or not, but I think discs are fun, especially if you get them right away when a game comes out, because you'll get like some fucked up shit sometimes. But my disc is like super buggy. The only real thing, like the universal quirk I've noticed in Fallout 3 is if you use the shish kebab and you cut off someone's arm, it'll be on fire forever. It pisses me off, but it is what it is, It's just on fire. That's the way it's going to stay. But lately, like, Enclave soldiers will be, all I have to do is go to a location that they would be, and they'll be there, no matter what level I am. Could be level 1. They won't be like the advanced Enclave. They'll just be like a regular Enclave soldier. It won't be like the checkpoints where they have the death claws in the cage and everything, but they'll just be chilling there, and fucking sucks, bro. I'm just sitting there, level 1, and I'm like, oh no. I think I could beat that game, like at level 1, if I physically don't get if I couldn't get the experience. I think I could beat it. I'm gonna try that.
Is there? Oh, I'm pretty sure there's a mod for something like that. Yeah, you could do
You
that.
you can, you can enable it in console commands on the computer. I'll do it. That's
Okay.
how I'm gonna make my return to YouTube. I'm gonna be like, watch me beat Fallout. It's just gonna be the best Fallout play. That's what I'm gonna name every single fucking Fallout playthrough or whatever gameplay that I do. Just the best Fallout player ever, over and over again, with like small variations. The best, the greatest, the almighty, whatever.
Then there's
But
gonna be
yeah,
that awkward video where you're supposed to be playing like you're supposed to be playing the worst way possible in a game. Like you're supposed to be getting a rating of how terrible you do something like the best awful player there is, or something like that. I don't know.
bro, I'm so
Funny.
good at that game. I do unarmed playthroughs. It's so fun. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I,
unarmed.
I
Yeah.
can I can beat the game unarmed. I'll fight behemoths unarmed. I'll do what I have to do.
I wouldn't doubt it, man. I mean, shit, I've been seeing your videos, and hey, if you do it, then finally something for you to plug in. But yeah, we're still waiting for that
Yeah,
day.
yeah. I always say too, I'm like, I'm gonna start my podcast. Oh, I'm thinking I'm gonna go back to YouTube. I never do anything that I think about. I need to. I really
Just
do.
as soon as you think about it, just friggin' do it, and then imagine that. Like, yes, you take my advice literally, and then you decide like, all right, Alex, you convinced me. Then you pull out your phone, and you're like, all right, guys, welcome to Nate's show. Like, this is my podcast.
Start recording.
It's amazing recording within a recording. Like, oh shit, Inception there.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, other than me liking Fallout more than Fallout. Wait, yeah, liking Fallout 3 more than Fallout New Vegas.
Mm.
Yeah, we also have the same opinion, which is funny as hell that we prefer Oblivion over Skyrim as well.
Yeah, it's just it's just that sense of adventure and shit in Oblivion. Skyrim's a great game, but it's a totally different feel. It's like I'll want to play Skyrim because I want a Skyrim experience. I went into Skyrim thinking I was going to get an Oblivion experience, and I got something else, which was great, just not the same as Oblivion.
Yeah, I got another popular opinion, or who knows? Maybe this one is probably popular, but I feel like rap is a terrible genre to be put inside a game trailer.
Well, I feel like looking back, especially at old games, so is rock and roll. I feel like music in general, it needs to be original. Like what I mean is, unless you're Def Jam, Fight for New York, don't be putting music in your games. Like make it yourself. I feel like it goes a long way. Because the thing about like soundtracks, games that have their own soundtracks and that aren't just from works that already exist. They have a real feel to them. You can come back to them over and over again, and it's great. It evokes a feeling from you. But
Right.
like, if you've ever seen like those cringy like EA golf like PGA Tour 2005, those little intros, and it's just like Limp Bizkit, and you're like, what the fuck? You know, it's
Wait,
just
what?
it's
Really?
I don't know if it's Limp Bizkit, but like
Oh,
it's just music that is really outdated now. You know, it
wow.
kind of kills your nostalgia, to be honest, because you'll be like, wow, what a great game. Because I feel like you're always changing as a human being. You know, like humor is really scary. It's hard to do because it changes all the time. What's funny, and then like music is hard to do because 90s music is and early 2000s music is not what it is. What's cool today. Justin Timberlake back in 2005 was not the same as Mirror's Justin Timberlake. You know what I mean? But
I think so, yeah. I think I remember you
yeah,
even singing that song before.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're not wrong about that. I mean, I feel like some of the games that could do it well, I just have in my head some of the shit. Why does this keep happening? But yeah, Def Jam, yeah, they did the music very well for the trailer, and it makes sense because it's they're rappers in the game.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
it makes complete sense. The one game that made me realize that yeah, rap doesn't work for some game trailers at all was friggin' Mortal Kombat 11's trailer. Like, have you ever
Uh,
seen it?
yeah, I think so.
And you remember like how you felt when you heard the music when they started fighting?
Mhm. I was like, wait a minute, like, wait a minute. Yeah,
This doesn't feel right. Like, is this kind of like a? At first, I thought like, is this like a parody or is this a joke? Because I thought this was like a very good parody. But then it turns out like, it's no, like it kept going. I was saying like, oh shit, this song is like actually being used for this trailer. Like, it's a legit
yeah.
trailer
Mhm.
using this song. Now and just watching a whole well, what could have been a badass fight or had a fight with a badass feel to it. Just and the mood of it just went down big time when the rap or I mean the song didn't have like a really good flow with with the what was going on screen.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think it just kind of like ruined the effect whatever they were going for. Like
Mhm.
I felt ruined it was like imagine freaking playing opera music while playing Doom of all things.
Dude, I played the Beatles one time. I was listening to the Beatles while I was playing Call of Duty, and it was just the weirdest experience. It was like it was something I feel like a killer would do because I'm just
Oh
sitting
yeah.
there like killing people and you're listening to Let It Be, and I'm just sitting there like, woo! It's weird. Probably not the thing to be doing. Yeah, I know what you mean. I feel like, yeah, just music in general. I feel like you need to make your own if you're gonna put music in a video game. The only thing that I think can do that well, to an extent, are like those like I don't know. I mean, you have to know your clientele. You have to know what works, because I feel like if you've ever played Blitz the League 2, um, I feel like the music in that game is garbage. It's like a football game, but it's just the music's all over the place. It wants to be like edgy rock and at the same time like kind of pumped up sports raps, and it doesn't work for me. Now you play like WWE games or 2K in general, they have really good soundtracks, whether they were making like NBA or whether they were making WWE. Like they did, they make good soundtracks because I feel like they know their clientele. They know what kind of people. They do their research. They know what kind of people are going to be playing their games. Either that, or you just get Jay-Z in to produce the soundtrack, and you just get all the popular shit of that time, and it becomes a
Yeah.
time capsule. Because that's how the other, like the older NBA games, like 2K14 stuff were. But
I remember that time.
yeah, Robin Thicke. I'm listening to Blurred Lines while I'm fucking like at the menu for a basketball game. So weird. But
That's the
yeah,
first play I have for a basketball game.
yeah. I remember so many songs from basketball games because my brother used to play them all the time. I remember them. I remember ones I don't even know what game they're from. Like it's crazy.
It is. And another thing is that I don't know, I felt I miss THQ, like how they were with the SmackDown vs. Raw games. Like at least the beginning ones, because you could have a lot of fun with the music and just like listening to them. And even there's this one wrestling game that wasn't really popular, WrestleMania 21. Like I love the hell out of that game, but shit, there was like some cool, there was like some really nice songs in there. Like there was one from Black Eyed Peas, like Anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
they when they played the trailer while playing to that song, I was like, God damn, this shit's badass.
Yeah.
And then I see all these reviews saying like, I fucking hate this game. I'm like, oh, I guess that's a popular opinion right there. I love WrestleMania
Mm-hmm.
21. That game was fun as hell. Like I think that was like my first wrestling game, so that left an impact on me on how much or why I enjoy wrestling games so much.
Right. Yeah, for sure, dude. Soundtracks make or break a game sometimes.
Definitely, like just think back on it now. Like after this whole discussion, I was thinking like, yeah, they really do have an effect. Like their music is just as important, just as like game design and such.
What do you think the worst soundtrack you've heard in a video game is?
Ooh, shit, you asked a really good one right there. I'm not sure if I could say. No, not Grand Theft Auto 4. Saints Row 1? No. Oh,
For me, I already know. For me personally, it was Saints Row the Third. To be honest with you,
really?
I felt like I only listened to the classical station. But even then, that's kind of like what you were saying. It does not fit with anything you're doing. So eventually, I made a playlist. I made a character,
Hmm.
and I was really considering doing this for like a video, a long time ago. But I tried it, and it just didn't like. I don't know. Basically, like I would always play as like a superhero. I called myself Super Saint, you know, and his theme song was that song Sports, from
Oh, yeah.
the do. Like I don't know,
Yeah, that one.
it just felt right for the moment. I don't know, but I don't know. That was the worst one for me because I muted like every song except for that one because I don't know. I just did not like the music in that game.
I will lie. I mean, I will not lie. Okay, yeah. I will lie, but I won't lie.
I'll lie.
Uh, well, I won't lie. Yeah, I think Saints Row 3 or Saints Row 1 will be the winner of not having the most enjoyable soundtrack for me personally.
Yeah.
The Saints Row 1, I can hardly remember most of the songs from Saints Row 1. Yeah, I really can't. From Saints Row 3, I mean, at least during the moments where they use the music during certain missions, like Power or
Yeah.
You're the best around. Like when they use those songs
Yeah.
during certain moments in the game, that's when I felt like, all right, this is some really good stuff. But if I want to listen to the majority of the songs in that game, not as much, not really.
Yeah, I
I
know what
mean,
you mean.
yeah, I mean, unless you're talking about also What I Got, that was a pretty catchy song. I love that song.
Yeah.
And
I
you
didn't
got
even know that song up until that point where you and Pierce are singing it in the car together.
same, yeah, it was such a good song. I still sometimes listen to it up to this day. Like it's such a damn good song.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Why
And
did they kill Johnny? I hate that. I feel
yeah,
like
I mean, go on.
they were really out of touch right there. That's like you're trying to be shocking and stuff, and then you just fuck it up. I don't know.
I know it's not. We didn't have like a proper send off or anything, but then like they reversed our decision and they're like, oh no, he was just kidnapped in Saints Row 4. I was
Yeah.
thinking like, well, okay then. I won't lie. It was pretty cool to like have Johnny back like after Saints Row 3. Like, what the hell happened? And then you get some of the different members back as well in Saints Row 4. I was thinking that this is pretty cool. Like, it's pretty nice. And then you get some of the older car designs from Saints Row 1 back as well. I was saying like, hey, that's what's up. Until you
Right.
forget that we have superpowers. What's the point of like using the cars,
Hmm.
which kind of defeat the purpose of appreciating the cars.
I used to fly up on Saints Row the Third, and I'd get that I'd get it all maxed out to where I could just jump off of shit and not take fall damage. It was so funny, bro. I'd just be flying through the sky, because I was Super Saint. That was my gimmick. So I'd just jump off from an airplane onto the ground, and I would laugh my ass off.
Oh god. Yeah, I mean, once you get to a certain point where you're like bulletproof and such, like yeah, you start to feel like a superhero without being overly superhero-ish, as in
Yeah,
Saints Row 4.
the game is
Ah,
so funny though. It just
that's a
doesn't take itself seriously.
yeah. But I think that's why I still feel fine and happy with Saints Row 4 is because I knew that I loved the ridiculous shit that they were doing, and I love that they were doing their own thing instead of like trying to be like a GTA clone like they were for Saints Row 1.
Yeah, well, because I feel like they made Saints Row because GTA San Andreas was so popular. Um, GTA 2 was kind of like that as well, but then they came out with because Rockstar they'll come out with like GTA every once in a while. They'll really let it like chill out. Like when do you think GTA 6 is coming? Because it's definitely probably gonna happen. I don't imagine it wouldn't, but I don't know when it might. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and also yeah, it's good that they took their time and shit. Look at them. Look at Volition. Now they're taking their time with Saints Row 6. No, Saints Row
Yeah.
5. 5. My bad. Sorry, I almost count one of the DLCs or one of the side
Get
stories.
out of hell.
Yeah, I got it. I still haven't played that.
I haven't either. I had no interest.
I should take a chance just for the hell of it because I remember they brought up uh one of the guys that betrayed you from Saints Row 1. Like they say that he makes at least makes an appearance in it at least. And I was like, you know what? Okay, I'll play it one day just to like find out what they've done for this character at least.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. But yeah, they're taking their sweet time with Saints Row 5 now, and people are waiting. I'm people,
I
and
am people. I am waiting.
yes, like I don't care what people say. Like I want Saints Row 5. I want it to happen.
Right.
And you know what? I support Volition and bringing that game out.
Mm.
But anything else that I want to say as unpopular opinion? Oh, I'm not sure. Do you got anything else in mind?
Since we said least favorite soundtrack, do you have a game that you can think of with the best soundtrack that you know of?
I want to say Saints Row 2.
Wow.
But then there's also like SmackDown versus Raw.
2006, 2007 had a pretty okay soundtrack. 2016, uh, WWE 13. I don't think it was like 2K anything, just WWE 13.
Yeah. Oh
That
yeah,
shit was great.
I love that one. Yeah, W13 was such a good game. Like it had such a good balance
Yeah,
thing. Like oh my god, it was great. Especially when you get to play as there. Oh my god, why didn't they bring WWE 13 like to the Xbox or PS4? That's so stupid. They didn't do that. That's like lost money right there. God. I was like another. No, this is a This is a popular opinion, obviously, but they should bring more and more games to both consoles still, because I don't know. There's still a bunch of games that should not be left in the fucking waste bin. Like they should bring some of those games like out of that waste bin and be put into current consoles.
I know what you mean. I agree.
Yeah, like, come on. At this point, some more and more games are not gonna be able to be available over time. Like shit, I looked up War of the Monsters. So I'll make a underrated game review for that game one day. So keep on lookout, everybody, for a future episode. But when I was trying to look up War of the Monsters, like to see if it's on sale or anything, I saw that shit for $1,000. I was like, fuck that.
Mm.
I love
Yeah,
the game. I want to play it again, but I will not spend $1,000 to play a very old PlayStation 2 game. Still a very great game. No, don't get me wrong. I mean, yeah, you got your usual choices of King Kong or a Godzilla-like character, creature, but then you got like different kaiju's, like a freaking huge ass robotic samurai warrior. Like that shit was badass.
Yeah, you know, that reminds me, since you said kaiju, you know, because that's Japanese.
Hmm.
Uh, I've been watching, like I was telling you, I've been watching My Hero Academia, and I've been learning, what do you call it, like stupid small Japanese phrases from that. I'm not sure if I'm saying them right, but it's just so funny to be like demo, you know, or something, which means like but, not like ass, but like however, you know
See.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just funny. I don't know. I'll just repeat whatever they say. I don't know. It makes me laugh. But
No, I
yeah,
get it. I mean, shit. When I watched the Wolverine anime, my cousin and I were like watching it. We were having a lot of fun saying some certain words that were like a bit too much emphasis on some.
yeah,
It's just fun.
it is.
Okay, any last game? I'm trying to look around at anything just to see like what the hell I could talk about. Like, cause I did feel like I don't want to like end this on a note where I feel like nothing can be talked about anymore. Nope, doesn't seem like it.
That's how it works sometimes, you know.
Yeah,
It's
it's just
all
like
good.
naturally. So I would like a freaking Lord of the Rings remaster of the Twin Towers game. Wait, is it called Twin Towers?
The two towers, not the twin towers, but no, I know what you mean.
Sorry.
I would make that same mistake when I was a kid. I was like, wait a minute, you know, because two towers,
Yeah.
which I don't understand because I've never read the books. I don't understand why it's called the two towers because as far as I can tell,
It was a
there's
fortress.
only, huh?
It was like a fortress, right?
No, there's only one tower. Like as far as I'm aware, Isengard, you know, Sauron's
You're right.
his thing. So why the hell is it called the two towers?
That's fucking weird.
Maybe it's because there's a battle at
Oh,
Helm's Deep going on at the same time.
do you see the thing?
The way off in the distance.
Yeah, like it's like one tower over here, and then there's like one all the way down here as well.
Yeah, but I don't think that's like I don't know. I don't know. Because I have that same game too. That's weird. I don't know why in the movie I don't ever remember seeing two. There's only one as far as I'm aware. I gotta rewatch them.
You're like, man, they don't count as two towers; they're too far from each other.
No, that's just a tower and a tower over there.
But yeah, I would love to see the twin. I mean, the two towers. God damn it, the two towers like get remade for PlayStation or Xbox One, whatever. Because you know what? It's a freaking amazing game.
That game, the last level of that game is hard. I've never beaten it.
That shit's hard as balls, but I was able to beat it somehow.
I feel like you have to go through each level with each character and actually upgrade them. You know?
Yes, you do. I think I got lucky at only being in the game twice. That's how hard the freaking final battle is for me.
Do you
Just for
unlock
trying to
anything at the end or no?
huh?
Do you unlock anything at the end, like any other people you can be in the levels or no?
I don't think so. No,
That's
well,
some bullshit. Because Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, it gives you like three or four heroes that you couldn't use before. If I remember right, it gives you Eowyn, you know, the lady, it gives you Frodo, and it gives you Faramir.
hmm. You know
That's
what? Yeah, one more popular opinion. They should they should friggin' make a Lord of the Rings game that isn't a goddamn spin-off or a goddamn card game. Just
Lord
bring
of the
back
Rings Conquest, bro.
just friggin' go all out and making a full ass adventure about one of the characters again, like in their I don't know weird adventures. Like shit, I'll play a damn origin story of Gimli. Like why the hell not? You know?
Dude, they made the Fellowship of the Ring was really different than the Two Towers and Return of the King game. Like I'll let you borrow it sometime. It's really sick. I have it. It's basically it's way more centered around the books, and you start out as Frodo, and you basically wander around the Shire doing shit. You know,
Oh,
it's sick, bro. And then you have to like evade the ring wraiths because they're roaming around through town trying to find you. And if you use the ring, then they'll come after you. It's sick.
that sounds interesting as hell.
Yeah, it's really cool. A lot of it's just from like Frodo's perspective. There's like a few parts in the game where you're Aragorn or Gandalf, but mostly you're Frodo.
I feel that. That sounds pretty damn cool. God, it makes me wish that they really didn't screw up the last two games for Harry Potter. Have you
I
seen the gameplay for both?
no, yeah, I have. I don't understand why. I think we've talked about this. The sixth one, I guess, is fine because it was really like the book and the movie. They were all really heavily focused on potions.
Yeah.
So fair enough. The game is just like a mini game where you just make potions. That's all you do. Um,
Seven part one and two for just part
yeah,
seven. Oh, that's
and
called.
that game is basically just a shooter. It's just aim the spell over here,
Yeah, Harry
shoot the
Potter Call of Duty.
spell. Yeah.
It's so stupid though. Like when I saw that review, both reviews, I was saying like, I feel bad for Angry Joe because like he only played those two. And he thinks how the rest of the series is, but like no, he's wrong, very wrong about that. But
The first like two games for sure are fucking amazing. I don't remember the third one too much.
Prisoner
The
of
fourth,
Azkaban is amazing. I love Prisoner.
okay.
It's so
The
damn amazing. I fucking love it.
I think honestly of the Harry Potter movies, I think that one's my favorite for some reason. I don't know
Me
why.
too. I don't
Yeah,
know why either, but I know like for some people I spoke to, yeah, it's their favorite as well. Like I don't know what's so intriguing about it, but it's just amazing.
I think because the tone shift was insane. It was like the first two were happy and go lucky, and there's like a villain at the end, But the whole time it's like I don't know what it is. I used to like the Goblet of Fire. Goblet of Fire used to be my favorite. Six has always been my least favorite movie because the movie wasn't faithful to the book, and it pissed me off a lot.
I
You
feel
know.
that. Yeah.
Um, the seventh one, I don't remember it too much like the movie. I think it was
Same
fine.
here.
I think it was okay. I remember the end. The end was fine. It was fine, but I don't remember it overly much other than the end.
Same here. But I think that speaks a lot. Like if we're both having the same kind of thoughts. Like seven, it was yeah, it's
Seven,
okay, but
it
it's
was
not
fine.
memorable.
Yeah,
That's for sure. Like
yeah,
Dobby dying, goddamn, that fucking sucks.
dude. In the book,
Snape
that
dying,
killed me.
huh?
In the book, that killed me when Dobby died. I was so sad.
Same here. God damn, it freaking sucked when you see most of the characters die, and then you see, I mean, then there's the when Molly Weasley calls Bellatrix a
Bellatrix,
bitch.
a bitch.
That
Yeah,
shocked me for a couple of days. I was saying like, they could write the word bitch in a book.
yeah. I was like, I swear. Yeah, I know. I don't know the name of the actress, but I really liked her delivery of the line because in my head when I read the book, it was not my daughter, you bit. Well, because it was all caps too. But
Oh yeah,
but I like how she did it, just all like calm and collective, like no, not my daughter, you bitch. Like I'm gonna kill you. Don't you fucking do it.
I'm gonna do it. I'll fucking do it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
I'm very calm
Don't you
about
do it.
this,
I'm gonna
but
do
I'll
it.
fucking do it. I swear to God, I'll do it.
Yeah,
Just imagine everyone getting that kind of delivery for every game or whatever, for every
yeah.
movie as well. What what movie could be, okay, now I know we're just getting off topic before we get to our final topic, which is the review, but is there any what movie or what scene would you think would be ruined or be better just with that kind of tone?
With that,
Calm collected tone, like I'm gonna do it. Like I swear to God I'll do it. I'm calm, but
um,
kill you, bitch.
shit. That's hard. I was gonna say Reservoir Dogs, but no, I really like Reservoir Dogs the way it is.
Luke. I mean no. Luke, I am your father. No.
No, no,
Oh no.
no, that's impossible.
That's impossible. Oh no. That's impossible. No.
Yeah, that's impossible. No.
I don't believe you. Like, no, like, come on, like, dead ass. You think I'm gonna believe that? No, impossible.
Um, I was gonna say Spider-Man, like the one with Venom. Then I was like, actually, that whole like his whole Venom suit, like that's all that is. He's you know.
He's supposed to be cringy. Like I understand that. Like his confidence is way up there, and it makes sense. People just don't understand that. Like, of course, the whole dance thing is cringy. I mean, sure, it was a legendary scene, but it was supposed to be cringy.
Yeah. Sugar.
What?
Since we were talking about Harry Potter, the first one,
Uh-huh.
you're a wizard, Harry. Like if he was just like, I can't even say it, bro.
You're a
It's
wizard,
just
Harry.
no. I was thinking,
Oh, I'm
I
a,
was thinking the I'm a what? Yeah,
I'm
I'm a
a
what?
what?
I'm a what?
This is so cool. No, not my daughter. You bitch. Hedwig. No. Like, when freaking Hedwig died. Dude, that freaking scene messed me up as well. Like, seeing Hedwig actually die, I thought, like, they would at least spare her, but no.
I
They killed
fucking
off.
hated reading the book, bro, because everyone was just dying left and right. It was like Dobby, Hedwig, Fred, Tonks, Lupin. What the fuck? That's one thing I admire about JK. I don't like her a lot. I really don't. But like,
Sorry, why?
yeah, she's just so weird and just I don't like her at all. But as a writer, she was not afraid to kill her characters, and I like that.
Until the fandom came
Because
after her.
she made a lot of them. She made a whole lot of them. Isn't it so weird that we know the names of some people like from Hogwarts as if we went to school with them, like Hannah Abbott? Hannah Abbott married Neville. Did you know that? That's crazy. And it's like they're our friends, and we're just gossiping about. Did you hear Hannah Abbott married Neville Longbottom? Like I don't know.
Yeah, that's the beauty of the Harry Potter books. Like, you grew up with them, you feel like, it was like going to Hogwarts with them, even though you weren't learning magic or shit. You were learning stuff, but
Yeah.
not stuff that was good for the real world.
Mhm.
Still stuff. Dude, Suzanne Collins messed me up as a kid when I read what was it called? Grigor? Yeah, Grigor? Yeah, Grigor, the Underland Chronicles.
Mhm.
That book series will stick with me forever because, oh my god, there was like so much death in the last book where the majority of some of like my favorite characters were like dead. So I was
Mhm.
thinking, you know what? This is pain as I'm not even a teenager yet. I felt pain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like goddamn, like, and I told my girl like about the books, and she was thinking like, what from her? Because she likes Twilight,
Mhm.
but yeah. I will say though, like, if they didn't do that stupid fake out ending for Twilight, it could have been better. Yes, I watched the movies because
I
that's the
fucking
boyfriend requirement. That's the
I
boyfriend.
fucking hate I hate, I don't even know. I kind of want to go off on everyone because I didn't want to watch Twilight, but they made me in sixth grade. Like,
Who's
you can't
everyone?
just, everyone is in my whole class. Like, my teacher said, we're going to watch Twilight. And I was like, I was pissed because what can you do? I was a good student at the time. I couldn't leave class. I didn't have the kahunas. I was mad, bro. I was mad. And it wasn't just like, oh, we're gonna watch because at that time, all the movies had come out. So we watched like I don't even because you ever think of that? They made the movies quick. They pumped them out. Do you remember? They made
Yeah,
those
they did
movies.
come out like
They
nearly
made
a
them
year.
fast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah, dude. I remember I had to watch them all. I was pissed. I was pissed, bro. I didn't want to watch one of them. I had to watch all of them. And I had these two kids that pissed me off because they were trying to say that they were vampires. They were trying to be all fucking. And I was so I was fucking mad, bro. I fucking hated those kids. I was like, "You're a fucking vampire," and they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Why the fuck aren't you twinkling in the fucking sun then? If that's what the fuck y'all do now?" Because you know how Twilight was like, "Oh, Edward sparkles in the sun instead of dying." Yeah,
Yeah,
um,
that's something that always was weird to me. I was like, why sparkle? Like,
they
I
did
don't know,
that.
it's weird.
They did that for the ladies. Let's be real.
Yeah, that makes sense. And oh god, I don't know. At times, I was annoyed by the character. I was thinking like, this is an unhealthy relationship in the first place, and like there's like some moments where I was thinking, like, yeah, you know who the audience is. Like it's like freaking obvious. Like especially when like uh, just say werewolf guy. Like he was like,
Jacob.
yeah,
I
Jacob
forget.
was like freaking working on the motorcycle thing by himself. And then like all of a sudden like hurt my girl like she was like saying like yeah he does that. I was thinking like I looked at her and I was thinking like I think I already know like what's appealing to her right now. I was thinking
Yeah.
like this it's like the most obvious shit like any teenage girl would like, except she's a
Well,
full on adult.
I feel like one thing that people really fucking miss when they think about Twilight is the fact that Edward is technically like a fucking huge pedophile. He's
Right?
he's mentally like however fucking old he is. I don't remember, but I know he's old. He's not 17. He's been like stuck 17 for a
Right.
long ass time. So he meets this actually 17-year-old bitch and falls in love with her, but it's like, dude, like you're telling me I get that like you're gonna stop developing, like you're gonna stop aging as a vampire. I get that, but like you're telling me your brain stops too. Like you're telling me that you're not a fucking 80-year old at least, if not like 100 or more years old. Fucking like you're not sitting there thinking like, God, I can't connect with this female. I don't know. That's just predatory. I think he would have like that's fucking strange, you know.
No, you're
And
right.
people gloss over that, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
I completely agree with that, man. Yeah, it's such a weird thing because you're right. He is old as hell, and I want to get. I mean, sure, like vampire years and shit, but at that point, if you're like way past the age of 50, then you are officially just old as hell. Like at some point, you should have some more maturity to know like
Yeah,
what you're doing.
the only person that could get away with that shit is Hugh Hefner, but he's dead now, you know. But he could. Everyone else, nah. Everyone else is fucking weird.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's just no, I do know. It's so stupid how everyone like looks over that kind of thing. I mean, some people will make jokes about it these days, but still, majority of them like whew, flew over their head.
I did mine for a long time, to be honest. I never really thought about it when I was first watching it, but I was the dumbest kid ever. I don't know how I got relatively smart, but I was so stupid back in the day.
Well, our brains do stop developing at age 25, so yeah, you learn more and more, and you become more aware of stuff.
Dude, but it's not like that. Like I was just stupid. I don't know. I really think that I was just like a simpleton. Because you know how I don't mean to be that guy, but you know how there's definitely those people who you look at them and you interact with them and you're like, ah shit, like they're not, you know, they're not like normal people. They're kind of stupid. Like they're pretty and not just stupid in the way that everyone's stupid, because you know, you can be like, oh, that guy's like stupid because he acts stupid or he thinks stupidly or whatever.
Hmm.
There's some people you actually interact with and you're like, nah, he's like 25 but he's behind, you know. Like he's like 16, like he doesn't know math, like, you know, that kind of shit. Like I don't know, it's just that was me, I feel like. And then out of nowhere I had a really inspirational teacher who made me smarter. I can't say I'm a genius or anything, but I don't know. Yeah, I didn't think about it then. I only recently thought about it. I only thought about it when I was like, you know, just now, you know, to be honest with you. I had never thought about him being a pedophile until you started talking about it. And I was like, hold up. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. And I just remember that one quote like, "I may be stupid."
But I'm also dumb.
No, no, but it was just like,
Oh, that's from SpongeBob. It may be
no,
stupid, but it's also dumb. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
no, that's the thing. It was just say like, "I may be stupid," and then it just stops right there. Like I was saying, like I may,
Oh,
I'm something, like I'm like, oh, I'm smart about this or something like that. But
you're like,
no,
yeah,
it's
go on. No, that's it.
like that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Um, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not smart, that's for sure. But sometimes there are times I can be clever and such. Sometimes I'm there. But yeah, I feel that for like some people where they're just thinking like, dude, you have this goes for guys or girls, of course, but like some people would just have the mindset of a high schooler at times. So like, oh, but things supposed to work this way. But like, you're an adult. Like, you gotta like lose some things, like, or you gotta like know that there's gonna be some adult moments where you just realize that, hey, these decisions are gotta make these kind of decisions more and more. Like, you can't just keep on thinking that you gotta hold on to everything forever, because
Yeah,
unfortunately, that's a side effect of growing up. That there are some things that you have to let go of.
you get resentful.
Huh?
I said, and you get resentful. Some people get resentful.
Yeah, I
Like,
noticed that. Like, I don't know, like, it's either resentful of the things that they still hold on to or latch onto, like, since it's supposed to be a more negative thing.
yeah,
Or the second thing, they, what's it called? Grow resentful, or they rely on the damn thing or person too much. Because I noticed that people will still like to hold on to people even when there's like signs of like unhealthiness, or like signs where like, okay, you kind of like have to know when to that there's some things that you can't always be around for forever.
mm,
But I don't know, that's just my opinion. My, I don't know, unpopular, popular opinion. Who knows? Look it,
whichever.
whichever. And for I think we're good to go into the little review part now.
Yeah,
And for anyone that was actually been waiting for this review for a while, it shall begin. Or it shall begin. Sorry, I'm not smart. Stupid, I'm not smart. Oh yeah, it's better. Now, for Rise Eterna, it is a game that has recently came out. It's on the Switch, so for everyone else, I'm sorry. And I mean that genuinely, because this game is, I find it pretty fun. It has little quirks, and despite saying like just quirks, I should just go deep into what it's about. So you are it. Rise Eterna is a tactical strategy game where you can control characters, of course, like move them around on the map, take out your enemies, and try to not. You can't level them up, but you can give them skill points where you could get you put enough points into their skill trees. Yeah, their skill trees. You could unlock certain sometimes abilities or improve some certain skills of attributes of theirs. And then there's the fact that once you complete enough put enough skill points into several things, you can unlock more abilities to pretty much like unlock your improve your character. Though there is this weird moment in the game, in the beginning of the tutorial game. Wow, that was weird. But in the tutorial, they had this weird moment where they said like, "Be careful where you put the points. It will greatly affect the game." And I was just thinking, it's not like you're gonna be. It's not like you're gonna be dealing with like severe consequences of the character. I mean, you're just gonna miss out on some other things. But if you just play every single map like at least twice, you're bound to have like a lot of points at the end of the game, which I'm sure of. I haven't been in the game yet, but I I played it enough for like several days to like know how I feel about it, and also I feel fine with it. Yeah, I'm not gonna like oversell it like by saying that, hey, this is the game that will like change your life, or this is like a very hidden gem, or this game if you need like a little Fire Emblem or Land Greaser fix, something or just any kind of like tactical game kind of fix, then this game will be fun to play. The combat is it's it's a bit different. For one thing, at least in the beginning of the game, you can like attack enemies like at least once or four times if you're playing as the main girl. Well, the main co-girl, because it's like the two protagonists that you start off with. Lua, I believe it's Lua, if I remember correctly. It's a weird bunch of weird names. But Lua, she's more like a bit of a assassin kind of character, or at least she just uses daggers. So she attacks about four times, but like they're sort of weak, so don't expect like instant kills with her. The other guy, I mean, and the other main co-protagonist is Nathiel. Nathiel. How do you pronounce it? I'm sorry. Nathiel is more like a swordsman, and obviously he's like for me, he's like the guy to use because nearly every hit he uses is like a one hit kill almost if you give him enough badges. And that's something. Well, not badges, but I'll get into that in a minute. But he seems like a really fun kind of guy. But interesting is, and I cannot get too deep into it, but they're both really not getting along with each other, especially when one person is in a certain situation because of the other. So I'll just leave that as it is. And another other than the skill trees for the characters, there is the gems, which are the gems are pretty much like little medals that you could put on your character. How does it work out? I don't know because I don't see any weird amulet on any of them. But they do give like certain perks, like plus attack, plus speed. No, plus agility, plus HP, plus defense. But then depending on the gem or medal, it will also give like a little debuff, like take away defense, take away HP, so and so, unless you get like one of the really good flawless gems and such, where they will give full on buff like 7 attack, 7 defense, and not worried about any debuffs. And now for like some positives I have with the wait, what kind of thing? What did I miss out on explaining in this review at the moment? Like, do you feel I missed out on anything, Nathan?
Not really. What do you call it? As far as I'm aware, no. Go ahead, keep
Okay,
going.
all right, for sure. Now, I want to get into the positives of the game. New units will have the same amount of skill points to use that already recruited units have acquired so far in the game. So what I'm saying is, imagine that you have 3 units. They gained 5 skill points and they already used them up. Now, if you were to recruit a new unit in a different battle or a new chapter or whatever, do not worry about like having them catch up with the other units. Like, oh, now you gotta make them kill more people to like catch up with the others with their skill points. It doesn't work like that. You just they're automatically given those 5 points. So honestly, it's just perfect that you don't have to worry about that kind of thing. That everyone's gonna be the same, uh, in quotes level. When really it's just the same amount of skill points. And that's the thing that matters is that one thing I want to point out is that there is no like gaining experience points. It's more about just completing battles and getting at least 1 skill point after each battle. That's pretty much how things work. Another thing that I want to say is the switch option um, during combat is pretty good to use. Well, not during combat, but on the map itself. No, and sorry, people, I'm being asked a question outside that door. But one thing I want to point out that is good for the map for your units to use is the switch option, where you can have one character right next to the other, and there's like an option to say switch, where you can have this character switch places. Why that would be useful is, let's say you have one character who needs to get to a certain location, but they need one more tile to like either attack someone or open up a chest. But the other person, there's a person behind them. They're like a bit of a distance away, but they're still able to move at least one tile in front of that other unit. I mean, the original unit. Once they get in front of that original unit, you could decide decision switch, and they'll switch places. And then that unit that you wanted to, kill that person or unlock a chest, will be able to get there in time. Which I find is pretty useful. Like even or other than for like in the next combat situation, you realize that a very defenseless unit could be attacked next, and you decide, you know what, I don't want this unit to die off, so you have that unit be switched with another unit, which is good for like future combat that's about to happen, which is really nice. And another thing that I want to get into is saying that All the characters seem to hate each other, and everyone cusses a lot, which isn't something you usually see in most games, especially for like medieval looking kind of strategy games like Fire Emblem and such. Cause I mean, sure you have the usual cuss like saying ass or I don't know bastard at least once or twice in the game, and that's it. But no, in this game, like everyone is just cussing up a storm. Like it's just like you hear like someone saying like "What crawled up your ass today?" or like "Let's I'm on to you, bitch," stuff like that. I just think like, whoa, I forget rated teen games could actually they're allowed to cuss like that, especially for a Switch game. Like unless you're rated M, you're not gonna hear much cussing in a rated T game. So if you want to have that kind of fun, yeah, just go for it. Like just for that alone. Another thing that I do want to mention as well, I'm saying a bit too much. Another positive I notice is just that honestly I just like the look of it. It's not too bad, but if you were to just casually play the game, if you're just focus on it, you may get surprise attacked by some units that you didn't realize were there, like they were hiding among the bushes or hiding among trees. Whether it's intentional or not, I don't know. I'm just trying to be positive and saying like it's intentional. Like they're just wanting you to focus. So kind of you should makes you like keep you on your toes. At least for some certain maps. And I don't think there's anything else I should add in other than yeah. Honestly, the game is just there to have fun. Just don't take it too serious for the story. The story is kind of like you just need to solve a mystery, but you gotta go on the fetch quest for like everywhere, and that's normal stuff in Fallout. So I'm perfectly at home with it. Yeah. Anything you want to ask, Nathan? Maybe like somebody that the audience may ask, or not?
Um, so you were saying like it has tiles, so it's kind of like a turn-based sort of thing.
Yes, it is. It is a turn-based game. Like there's the player phase where you move your units around, and then the enemy units get to move around a bit. So that's how the combat works. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, that's how the majority of the combat works. I will say sometimes the AI is smart, and sometimes the AI will be a bastard. Because there's some units that will come to you, but then you gotta realize like, okay, like which of my units that I want to risk moving to these units because they're not gonna move at any time soon. So there's just like that kind of bit of thinking going on.
Right.
Oh, and I'm glad you asked this. A little tip, and they've added this tip inside the game already. But be sure to find a group, or if you can find a group, or just have two characters fight next to each other, because you are having, I mean, because it gives like this little support in quotes. Do not think of like Fire Emblem support and such like that. It doesn't work like that. You know, oh, that's a good bonus. You do not have to stress about support ranks for anybody. You just have them fight. Let the story be the story. And what I mean by support combat buffs and such, if you were to have someone fight another person by themselves, you're pretty much gonna get like the basic good stuff of just like drawing out some damage, or if the enemy it has too much agility, you're just probably gonna miss. However, if you have one ally next to them, you start to like either raise their attack, raise their accuracy, and raise the chance of a double attack, attacking twice. Unless you have a character that has a skill or ability that raises that chance of attacking twice, it's not gonna happen much or like at all. However, if you have a situation where you have three allies next to the main unit you're controlling, you're just raising that a level higher, like very high. Like their defense is higher, their attack is higher, their accuracy is higher, and their chances of doubling someone is way higher. So yeah, just just throwing that a little tidbit of info right there. That it is fun to use. It's not too over the top like if you like requirements. It's just there, and I feel like that's something good to have, especially to just mention as a in gameplay form. Anything else to ask?
No, I was gonna ask like, yeah, was it like XCOM or something like in that same sense that's turn based and stuff? But you've answered that for me with your little explanation and whatnot, so it's all good.
Okay, for sure. I'm glad I could. And well, I just want to say this: you cannot create your own avatar. I was hoping that I could, but I was just thinking, you know what? Maybe that's just too much to ask for like some games. Because I mean, unless you're playing Metopia, then you're shit out of luck.
Yeah.
Dude, I cannot wait to play Metopia. Like, if you guys haven't played the demo yet, please play the demo. It's a lot of fun. Like, the character creation on there is insane. But yeah, moving on to the negatives of the game, and I do mean this with a good heart. That I just hope to say with the game, I just want to see the game succeed more and more, or just at least get more coverage where the developers and creators or such um, feel inspired to make a sequel to the game and add improvements, like just well, make improvements to the stuff. At least what I'm gonna list down right now. Music. Please add some more variety to the music, because I believe I only listened to 4 songs or 4 background music or such like that, or whatever the hell they're called for the soundtrack. And it's either normal conversation, like it's a normal cutscene or talking, they're just talking to each other. 2, combat. 3rd, uh, yeah, this is bad already. Like, I'm not even remember there is actually more than 2. Or 3rd, there's like the little inspirational music when you're like nearing the end of killing off everybody, or yeah, or you're near the end of killing off everybody. 4, I have no idea. It's that's pretty much it. Now the next, now the next little, I guess the little downfall or no, another negative that I would find is just that I don't know. I feel that I mean I love the sprites for the characters. So I feel like the map could have been done a bit more clean. Like sometimes it looks like a bit of a mess, but I understand that they're just like using some basic looking layouts for some maps just so like they look easier to know. And whenever you're like not scoping out the enemies, but when you're going on your putting the cursor over the enemy, so that way you could see their movement and such. You could like, oh, it's right next to their last movement or wherever they're capable of hitting. It's next to a tree, so you remember that tree, and like it's the only tree there. So, like, so it's easy to remember like where to place your units where they don't get hits, but it's closer to the enemy. Stuff like that. But yeah, I feel like the layouts could have been, I mean, or at least the textures of everything could have like given some more care and love. But hey, it's a game that's like it's a game they're trying out like of that genre. I believe they're just trying it out for the first time. But if not, then yeah, I just want just better design looking for next time. Better looking design. I bet. Another negative that I am thinking of, more like I guess this is more like a want, and I want to see more. Oh, what's it called? More customization would be nice, but don't worry about changing your character's look and such. More about changing, well, more like seeing if you could like give the characters more jobs slash classes, because I feel like it would add more variety to the game. It's more fun that way, just to just have some character, especially when you have 14 recruitable characters, and most of them are unlocked by story mode. But I heard that outside story mode, there's more characters to unlock, which I actually that's a pretty big plus that you can do your own thing where you can unlock more characters. I find that pretty cool. But the maximum characters I believe you could put out on the map is 5 or 6. And with that kind of amounts, I feel like maybe there should be a job system, just so like if you have your favorite characters and you just want to use them strictly, then maybe have at least some of them have some options. Like, oh, this character's like main job is swordsman, but the other one's lancer, and like, oh, this person's axe person, but they all could also be an archer, like stuff like that. Like at least at maximum 2 jobs or 3. I don't know if you want to be like very what's it called, very generous. Another downside, yeah, the story is like I said, it's from what I've been playing, it's horrific, but just for like a darker reason. But if you mean like for something to like really make you think about ideologies or philosophy or just thinking about stuff, did not expect that much. It, like I said, it's more like a fetch quest kind of thing where you're really trying to look for something. I can't say much about it, but you're really trying to look for stuff to like find something else. So there's that. Again, not really strong. Um, but other than that, for a $20 game, $10 right now, if you like listen to this and the deal is still going on, then go for it. It's not a bad game. Honestly, for me, I feel like this game has potential. This series has potential, and I would love to see it grow like into a series where they could add more and more mechanics to this kind of game. Especially when we already have a lot of $60 games. All right, Emblem. It makes sense though. It's a great game. I love the game. uh, I forgot this one positive. The animations are quick as hell. Like, do not expect like at least near 10 seconds or 8 seconds of watching the characters fight. Like they'll just go like right back to their spot. Well, no, they don't run back to their spot. They just attack, and then that's it. The animation's done with. So I find that like, oh, very quick. Like if you're like a speedrunner, then hey, that's perfect for you. Or if you're like very speedy, you can turn off all combat animations and speed up all the moving animations. Like if you wanted, you could finish this game really quick if you're like really dedicated to it. For me, I'm just playing it normally, and I already put some amount of hours into it. I feel like it's a pretty good amount. I wouldn't say like I don't feel that I'm gonna put like 250 hours into it, but if I do, yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm fine with that. And the game is not overly hard, but you just gotta think some things out, and you should be fine. I think that's also a good positive right there. Like, it's not ridiculous, and it's not gonna be punishing you like Dark Souls style.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you want that mode, then I haven't searched for that setting. Oh wait, yeah, there is a setting for that. So, hey, you want that setting? Go for it, and good luck. But other than that, Rise Eterna, I feel is a strategy game that should be given a chance, especially with the deal that's going on. I mean, shit, $10 sounds great. And do not do not think that it's something that's really gonna change the game, like of the gaming field. But it should just be a game where you're just having fun with it, and just honestly having fun overall. Is there anything you like to want to know about the game, Nathan?
Um, I don't know. I don't think it'll matter, to be honest. I don't have a Switch, but I mean, no. Well, like I said, I feel like it was a pretty thorough cover. The main thing I was interested in would be like the story and stuff, but you talked about that already.
Yeah. Also, I did if it wasn't for the main, I mean, if it wasn't for the characters like just interacting with each other,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I just feel like there's really nothing to like really focus on in the cuts. Well, cut scenes. There's no cut scenes. It's just mainly them just talking to each other.
Right.
Like shit. How often do you hear characters like just talking shit to each other most of the time?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a lot of games these days. It seems like it seems like a trend. But I will say that the story, maybe they, I mean, if they do make a sequel, maybe I like to see more of a story, like other than just like trying to find stuff. Again, I haven't been in the game, so I can't really, give that complete conclusion. If
Mhm.
you, I'll give an update in a future episode if once I beat the game. No, when I beat the game.
You're like, this is shit. Actually, ignore everything I said.
Imagine what a complete change up. Well, no, I'm having fun with it. I'm just saying like fuck yeah, like kicking the ass. Like I'm just like it's just nice to like figure out how some of the characters work. It's fun stuff like that. Like that's always good to have. No, there's this one girl unit that she's just shit at attacking. Like her attack is just terrible. I was thinking like, are you sure? Like, why is she talking shit to the assassin girl? Like she can barely fight. And I just realized that her main selling point is defense. And I'm just thinking like, oh, she took damage. That's it. Like her main selling point doesn't mean anything if she can still get hurt. Uh, Other than that, uh, great. I feel it was a great, fun game to play like on the side. One, my favorite. I already have like a favorite character. Like I mean, two favorite characters, Nathiel, and I don't want to say Softy because I feel like that sounds like mean, but it's like Sothy, so Softy, Softy, Soft. I don't know. I don't know what other word. I mean, what other way to name him? But he's a pretty great archer. Um, Anything you want to talk about before the end of this episode, Nathan? Or you good? Like with everything with the review and such?
No, I'm pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm good. I'm pretty tired, so I've been tired, but yeah.
Got it, man. And with that being said, is there anything you'd like to plug in or still not yet?
No, I just love all of you guys for listening. Thank you very much.
Yes. We appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope to have everyone here next time for a King Kong and Godzilla movie talk. That would be great. And again, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for just giving us the time of your day to just like listen to us talk about random stuff. I know like for the past 3 episodes last week were very different from one another, and honestly, I loved it. I love doing extra different stuff, but it was good to like come back to gaming for a bit again, like have that as a focus. And yeah, if you're a first time listener, I hope you enjoy the episode. I hope you enjoy future episodes. Please come back. And for the continuing listeners, thank you so much for your ongoing support. Thank God you still listen. And yeah, appreciate it. Leave if you guys want to support the show, yeah, support the show, support the podcast. Leave a review if you like. Give a 5 star, please. Or just look at whatever we have. Like look at our Discord. Look at anything we have in the description. To just listen and support. Honestly, thank you so much. Leave a suggestion of what you would like to hear about next on a future episode. Uh, Anything else than that is to say goodbye, good night, or good morning, whatever time you're listening to. And we will, well, talk to you all next time in the next episode. Peace, everybody.
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
Shut the fuck up, Siri. Say hello to Siri, everybody. What the hell? Okay. Bye, everybody.